My first thought is Steve Jobs, who says you can never see how the dots connect looking forward. You have to see them looking backward.
It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made.
You've done something, even in connection with this movie, not many young people are willing to do anymore. We're going to change the way energy business, we're going to change the way the real estate business has worked. And probably those two sectors alone will keep me busy for the rest of my years.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Yard House on LA Live for the 7th and final premiere of a nationwide marathon for the XRP Unleashed documentary, a high-stakes, much-anticipated documentary, recently rebranded to Rig from the Start, the SEC's War on Crypto. We've got one of the main cast members, Jimmy Vallee, and one of the trusted, most impactful voices in the XRP community. Jimmy, what an honor it is to have you here, sir.
Well, thank you for having me, Ray. This is amazing. The energy here is incredible. This is by far, I think, the best one, right? What a way to end it in Los Angeles, in this location. Glitz, lights, this is amazing.
Welcome back to the City of Angels, Jimmy. This is actually, I was hoping to ask you this question, because you were once in the music industry. You leave music industry to pursue your passion for law and securities. You became a securities lawyer. You became a buttoned up.
Very buttoned up.
Yeah. Anyways, you're back now. You're full circle. What is it like to be in this city where you've got your basically your two passions collide, or two worlds, for creativity, entrepreneurship, law? They're all intersecting now. What are your thoughts?
Wow, what a great question. My first thought is Steve Jobs, who says you can never see how the dots connect looking forward. You have to see them looking backward.
Truth be told, I never graduated from college, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation. Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out? It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates, so everything was all set for me to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, they decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl. So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We've got an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" They said, "Of course." My biological mother found out later that my mother had never graduated from college and that my father had never graduated from high school. She refused to sign the final adoption papers. She only relented a few months later when my parents promised that I would go to college. This was the start in my life. And 17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made.
And it's exactly like that. If you'd have asked me when I lived here, oh yeah, you're gonna go be a corporate lawyer and do like deals, I'd have been like, you're smoking crack. I'd have just written you off like, that is never gonna be my life. And then probably, if you'd have talked to me, you know, when I was like a young partner in my legal career, I'd have been the other way. Oh yeah, that funny internet money, you're smoking crack. We never know how these things are going to come together. My experience in Los Angeles and being involved in production, and actually the internet which was really blowing up when I was a young guy here in California. All that happened. It informed me a lot when I started looking at digital assets and cryptocurrency. Yeah, life's a strange journey, I think is all I can say.
It really is. Now, looking forward, Jimmy, for the future growth potential, the impact that this documentary might have on the industry, finance, digital assets, what are you hoping that the result of your efforts from the community and obviously all of the all-star A-list participants in the XRP community in the digital asset space, what are you hoping the result from your efforts?
Well, recognizing that I was like big time wrong both times before, let's do it a third time. I think we are going to see an amazing paradigm shift in the capital markets, the way we transact in business. So I think we're going to see a big tokenization of securities, tokenization of commodities, and that's going to very much streamline the way business is done, open up liquidity like we've never seen in our lifetimes. Yeah. The regulatory environment's going to have to support that and change. So I think here over the next, hopefully, year to 18 months, we're going to see stablecoin legislation. We're going to see some improvements in the securities laws. I think the commodities laws are pretty okay to accept digital assets into them. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that turn their attention in 2025 to this asset class and get involved in it for the first time. And all the people here have established themselves as leaders to be able to work with those people and really have a great career going forward, I think.
I hope so. I got to feed the family, Jimmy.
We all have to feed the family. And you, my friend, you're the road warrior of the century, walk the final mile. You've done something, even in connection with this movie, not many young people are willing to do anymore because it's easier to sit back and drink your latte and not have to, but I admire what you've done so much. I love you like a brother, and I think you've got big things coming for you in the future.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving! The show goes on!
I appreciate that, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I think the whole XRP community has big things coming for them as well. Now, being the fact that this is the final premiere, you've seen it a couple times in Atlanta, Houston, maybe another. Were there any topics of discussion that weren't addressed? I don't want to kill the story or ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, but we're talking about the potential infiltration by another government in the U.S. taking over the U.S. I don't want to say the CCP tried to leverage U.S. companies to then strong-arm our own financial system, but it seemed like maybe the CCP was trying to acquire MoneyGram, which could have set the direction of the industry in a completely different path. What are your thoughts? Is there anything that this documentary didn't address? I mean, are we going to see maybe a second, a third, a follow-up? What are your thoughts?
Another great question. It's a complicated story that I think what's amazing about the film that Chris and Maya made is it really encapsulates the chapter that has gone so far and level sets everything. And it's happening at a time when U.S. regulatory officials, we've got a new presidential administration coming in, a very pro-crypto administration. It's all just hitting at a perfect time. So I think we'll look back on this as kind of bookending that first chapter. I do think people are going to learn about some things that other governments tried to do, and it's not going to sit well with them. But the great news is it's becoming known as part of this movie, and we can really start from here and we can build a really great future for ourselves, for our families, and future generations going forward.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Jimmy. How can those in the audience keep a thumb on the pulse of what you're doing at Valhil Capital and beyond?
Yeah. The easiest way to keep up with Valhil Capital is to go to valhiladvisors.io and become a member of our vault. We periodically, pretty much once a month, meet with our vault members. We're always telling people what we're up to, what we see as the coming things. We're going to continue to do a lot of work in the tokenization of securities and commodities sector. We're going to be investing in startup businesses that are involved in that type of stuff. We're going to change the way energy business, we're going to change the way the real estate business has worked. And probably those two sectors alone will keep me busy for the rest of my years. Everything that the way it's been before, it's all going to change. And blockchain is going to be a critical component of that.
What an exciting time to be alive. Jimmy, thank you for sharing your time with me. For those in the audience that want to learn more about what Jimmy's doing, I'll copy the links to his company in the description below. And if you are an entrepreneur, you're at the helm of a technology-enabled disruptive company, and you're looking for funding, maybe knock on his door, because you know I'm going to be. Show me the money! Show me the money! Jimmy, thank you for your time, sir. Appreciate you. Love you mucho.
Love you, Ray.
Love you
Take
mucho.
care.
Thank you again. Thank you.